Alright, I think everything's good. I think everything's good. Alright, if everything's set, I think it's about time to play. So I was already playing this game. This is my first time streaming on YouTube. But yeah, I'm gonna be continuing my gameplay with Trials and Tribulations, Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. And we're barely on the investigation day, so. To give a quick refresher of this case so far, something was stolen from the museum of Maya Fey's Korean exhibit museum. Here, it's this. Yeah, treasure exhibition. And this was part of it. The Sacred Urn, Korean village, at a place called Lordly Taylor. Maya Fey is right there. Apparently this thing, the Sacred Urn, was stolen, and as it says here, supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value, really. But it was still stolen. This is I'm just gonna go over all the pieces of evidence we have so far. This is the golden statue. It's the statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Apparently it was moved the night of the crime. This is the thief, supposedly. Damask's calling card. Sent before a heist. The emblem is top secret. We can even check it. Here, let's see. To the security at Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Korean exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Mask Damask. Alright, there you go. What else? We have so this sword was being held by the statue. It's a ceremonial sword held in the hand of Ami Faye's statue. It wasn't bent before the crime, but now it is, like right here. You can see it kind of leaning up like that for some reason. And this is also camera data. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 AM on the night of the crime. So that's when someone was sneaking around where all the stuff was at, which is the warehouse. This is just all the evidence, or I mean all the profiles. It's cool because in the third game they actually have Phoenix's own profile. In the first and second game they didn't have that. So this is himself, Phoenix Wright. Me. What more can I say? This is my third year as a young but skilled lawyer. This is Mia Fey, Mayo's older sister, an eternal mentor in life and law. Passed away 2 years ago. Rest in peace. This is Maya Fey, the assistant of Phoenix Wright, disciple in the Korean tradition of spirit channeling. Pearl Fey, Maya's cousin, and channeling prodigy. She has amazingly powerful spiritual abilities. Only 9 years old. Adrian Andrews is the person right in front of us. She is the one, the head of planning, promotion, and security of the Treasures of Korean exhibit. Dick Gumshoe is a detective. Mask Damask, apparently the flashy thief who steals valuable works of art. Luke Atme, an ace detective. Great powers of deduction, yet rarely makes sense. Ron Delight, a young man who turned himself in as Master Mask, a bit of a pitiful guy. And then Desiree Delight, Ron Delight's wife, seems to be a very friendly and outgoing lady. So these two are married. Hello. Alright, hello? Okay, sorry for that delay. My cousins came over really quick, and okay, let me tell you a story. A while ago, our cat, Zelda, my dad accidentally backed up his car, and I think he injured Zelda's leg, back left leg. And for a while, we haven't seen Zelda, our cat. But then, out of nowhere, just today, as my cousins were visiting, we found Zelda. And she's alright, but her left leg just looks a bit wobbly. She's not walking on it at all. She's like, when she moves, she just wobbles around. Zelda! Where are you going, Zelda? Just lay down. Yeah. Okay. I know, right? It's so unfortunate when it happens, but it's not on purpose, you know? It's just by accident. Because they're there, and you can't really see them. But I'm just glad that we found Zelda, and she's actually still alive. As of right now. She's just injured. But yeah. Okay. Now, we shall continue. I already went over like majority of the stuff in this case already. Yeah, she's just chilling for now. Alright, so now we are still investigating about this case, the stolen urn. Let's talk with... Okay, we already talked to them. Never mind. Let's move somewhere else. Let's go to the basement warehouse. We might have examined everything, but just to be sure... Okay. Yeah, let's examine this. That pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it! Don't touch it! There may be clues of the thief's identity on it. Grr! I worked so hard to make that box! Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box? What's that supposed to mean? And I was proud of it! Cry, sniffle. Poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Master Mask had taken the box too. Damn. Alright, I think we already investigated everything the last time we played, but just in case. I wonder if that detective brought this camera in with him. Good question. Let's take a look at it. Huh? It says property of Lordly Taylor on it. So it's borrowed? Kind of strange for an ace detective, don't you think? Interesting. According to the computer data, someone did in fact go through those big doors last night, right? Yeah, I guess so. The shutter did go off once, you know. Okay, so it did go off once last night, and if I remember correctly, it said 1 a.m. Let's slide here. I think I already examined most of the stuff, but just in case. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink. I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important. Me neither. Yet. Oh shoot, Zelda went out. It's fine. Hopefully she does try and get food. Our precious urn was right there on the other side of these doors. Yeah, and according to the security camera data, someone was in there last night. What I'd like to do to him... When we were here with Miss Andrews last night, the statue wasn't where it is now. Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Well, if someone moved it, it was probably the criminal. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mr. Gami while he stole the urn. Hey! Cut it out! You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. Bruh. It says organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? for a burn. She got burned. Alright, let's go somewhere else. I don't think... Maybe we need to present something to her. She only has 2 dialogue. No. How about this? No. Earth? No. Computer data? No. Profiles. This guy? No, no, no. She knows nothing. You know nothing. She already talked with Maya. Let's go to... Oh yeah, the detective agency. Oh, bruh. Alright, this is where we're supposed to go. Hello? Well, well. How lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Hehehehe. Precisely as I expected. What is? Safari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha! So my estimation was correct. Savari! How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? Bruh, we already went through this. Oops. You mentioned before that you were on guard duty, all alone last night. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my arch enemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Master Mask since his very first theft? Yes, my dear. I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Ammonon. I first encountered him in the museum's Sacred Hall, the crime scene itself. So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Damask's modus operandi? Mr. Atme, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred urn? That has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. Interesting. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Uh-oh. This boy lying. What the? It's a psyche lock. Psyche lock? Hey Nick, what is this psyche lock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Fey family heirloom, but Pearly was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Korean channeling school someday? So how do you do it? How do you break the psyche lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out! Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Well, I think we should try it out. Mask Damask's MO. Detective Atney, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Mask Damask commit the crime. Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atney guy is lying through his teeth! I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atney, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. It's the computer data, because that's what it says. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. Oh, maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atney, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just the piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Mask Damask. In that case, the reason you didn't at that time was because you were fast asleep, using the bathroom, or unconscious. I don't think you'd be fast asleep, and I don't think he would be using the bathroom. So he might, if I were to guess, probably he was unconscious. He was unconscious. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence. Oh, why he was unconscious? If I had to guess, I think it would be the Shichishito, the ceremonial sword. It was bent. It wasn't bent before the crime, but then now it was. So maybe he got knocked on the head with the sword. Detective Atney, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Ha ha ha! Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atney, could be knocked unconscious so easily? The sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, this sword was in the hand of the statue of Ami Fei. Furthermore, at the time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by the sword. Well, detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Easy money. Alright, now we learn about Damask's MO. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So, you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clobber. What an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch. Mr. Amy should have his poor head examined. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? So updated. Damas knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atme is the greatest that Atme is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Oh. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold! This is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him! Master Mask! Oh, there you go. That's him stealing it. He has the box. The thief can be none other than the arch criminal, Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. He cannot tell a lie, he Pinocchio. What are you talking about? Master Mask's reason. So, what did you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth! The most brilliant mind since, well, ever! Look at me! Well, I guess we better go take a look, just in case. This man's insane, by the way. Oh yeah, this is the Mask's hideout. It's called... This is where Ron Delight, the victim, or I mean, not the victim, defendant. And this is his wife. Okay, we could examine, because it should be here. Yeah, see, I see it already. This. Hey Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason. Yes, we just said this. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. 50,000? This is a blackmail letter. It sure looks like a major clue, all right. Well, we took it. Ding dong! Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second. I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. Ah! You're... Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke! Ah! Irie! Long time no see. What? You know each other? Nicky boy? Nick, do you and this girl have, you know, something going on? Something? If you mean what I mean... I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this? And married too? Way to go, dude! I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been Not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Hey, come on now. You're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm gonna go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. Gotta talk to Larry. My boy. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Ha. Huh? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Woman, I don't trust him anymore. You got dumped again? Well, you know, Benifer, I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer? Caddy Tom? I'd never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Woman! They're so... Ah! Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. Why are you here? So what are you doing here anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy. That's all. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Ron's wallet. Oh, it was Ron. Found by Larry at his part-time security job, a company building, night of the crime. Oh. Hang on. Let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. Aw, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. So you say you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in a uniform, you know? A security guard, huh? So that's what the uniform is all about. Okay, wallet. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you were working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Okay. Present something? Anyways, present the key card to him real quick. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data! Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. Bruh. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Okay, well we updated the keycard. What else? Maybe we present this. You didn't touch anything in the wallet, did you? Hey man, be serious. You know what I was interested in, bruh. If Master Mask doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. Bruh. Maybe he knows about this. Hey Larry, what about this? What? If you've got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you'd do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Woo! Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah. So what? That's where I've got a part-time job, at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see, about 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa! Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Oh, phone call. Hey Nick, your phone. Beep. Hello? Is this the Wright residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearlie, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Savari when he's excited. Look at me. Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. Alright. I'm a little scared. Beep. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your, special friends? Say goodbye to Miss Delight for me, would you, Larry? Bruh. This man is down bad. For everyone. It does not matter. This guy's insane. Larry's also insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go to the detective agency. Larry needs to be stopped. Ah, Mr. Nick. Mr. Maya. Pearlie. I never thought I'd see the two of you again. So is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Now that you mention it, am I supposed to examine something? Is it this? This bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit, I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Well, hello there! He's here! What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? Oh, what do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Savari! Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? Wow, Nick. Sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. This guy is also really insane. I said he was insane before. Yeah, wait, hold up. He's just double insane. Tomorrow's trial. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow? That's so dramatic. Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been? Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, look at me, will take the stand. And then, Savari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? Hee. You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? You have taken a step down the path of foolishness to try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Excuse me. Hey! Last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is Damask. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth, men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot. But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this, but Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the look at me of the prosecutor's office. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. It looks like we're done investigating for the day. Hehehehe. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. To be continued. Okay, save progress. Okay, now it's already the trial. Let's get it. I'm gonna be right back really quick. I'm gonna check on Zelda, and then we'll do this trial. Alright, alright. Let's continue. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? No. But did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mask to Mask Glossy I bought. Glossy? You brought this... Or you bought this where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. So they're really selling Mask to Mask merch just because he's part of this trial. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Publicity photo. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! 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 Oh, he's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic. But you? Yikes! Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please? Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Damask to Mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 in the morning. Courtroom number 6. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Godot. Legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? His fit is the cleanest. Godot, bruh. Ha! None. What did you say? Man from Cyberpunk? Basically. I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy is the real deal, alright. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, Is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Wright. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two? Oh. Okay. Weird opening statement. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. I guess I'll call the witness, since, no one else can do it. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. Irk. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Gumshoe's my favorite character, by the way. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot! What are you... Sip. We're in the middle of trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up, Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. But Jan, Master Thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Let's just press everything here. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Savari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? Oh, I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers, bruh. Gross and gumshoe. Let's press harder. Who cares? So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Savari, do you? Who is this person, Savari? She sounds German. His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Irk! It looks like the thief is toying with me, even now. He's so confident that he sends his calling card. Let's press it. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atney stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lloydly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real? Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. That's how you could tell. The calling card is real. This was his fifth heist, and as usual, we sent a card. Do we need to press this? Let's press it anyways. His fifth heist, and your fifth screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atney. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. We could... Because we do know that the sacred urn isn't that valuable. Let's press it first. Art pieces. Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bongora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atney retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we're sure it was Master Master. It fits his MO to a T. Okay. I'm gonna present this. Because it says supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's a contradiction. Right? There you go. Okay. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant it from a financial point of view. I mean it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction the argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? Shaking my head. This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake damask? Fake damask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Fake? Fake? Is he fake? Fake. Fake Damask? Fake? Fake Damask? Oh, I think I remember. So there's a inconsistency between these photos. Proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ah! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. It's right here. If you click right here. It's right here, of course. You mean mask to mask? Okay, so let me show you it before... Actually, I'll let him explain. I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. True. Yes, sir. A clasp, eh? Oh, I see now. But the mask Damask in the security camera photo... Ah! He has no brooch! Excuse me. Yeah, the brooch is missing right here. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask Damask is a fake! I've been fooled! Again! Order! Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe? How could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Oh, Gumshoe. He always messes up. Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Mask Damask's brooch! Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami-Fae statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Grr. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaking up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rondelight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Oh no. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Hmm, I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Ah, you mess with Godot, and you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bro, gumshoe. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance. Huh. Here he is. 1 second is 1 drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Savari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Ha! Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atney, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Bruh. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, sir old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well, proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Okay, so here's the contradiction. If Luke Atney supposedly, if the detective never got off a single strike, so he says, then how did this happen? How did the brooch get ripped off of Master Mask's costume, right? So I'm gonna try and present this and see if it's right. Okay. Mr. Atney, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Masked Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Bruh, glued on? Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off, a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment, sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. You talk too much, Maya. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. Oh, I guess he wants to testify first. Fight with a thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Like the Sherlock Holmes movie. Discombobulate. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. Wait, what? So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask? Correct. It was during this third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Bruh. It's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. The thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. He looked pressured. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed a sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Unfortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the shito. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. Oh, that was it. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious, you might say. He was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Leave it. You were blinded. I'm gonna ask you this. I don't care about his fighting style, bro. Let's ask about this. So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I am absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This look at me guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Okay, let's press that other statement again. And then just to see what it is. Let's ask about the Luke at me fighting style. What is this at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Okay, if it's giving me an option, I'm gonna say it's very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Okay, yeah. So, according to this, Damask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head, but how can it hit him in the back of the head if his Luke at me fighting style puts him against the back of the wall? It's a contradiction! Detective at me, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, Sir Lawyer? It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch-nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. This man is inconsistent with his story, bruh. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. Or on his third eye. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. Ark! It seems I've made another mistake. Detective at me, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Ark. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong! Objection! Objection! That's how he sounds, by the way. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atme is no detective. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Mr. Atme is Master Mask. Let's say he's Master Mask. He's probably the one that did it, no? The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme, true identity is actually Master Mask. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. How is Nose fit in that mask, then? That is true. Like, I don't know. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. Unless it's fake, I don't know. Maybe it's another mask, or maybe his nose shrinks, like it is Pinocchio. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a. Shake my head. Oh please, the explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are in fact masked to mask. Kirk. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows mask to mask. The security camera belonged to Lorley Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief? Is this true, witness? Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, sir lawyer. What? Witness, you are admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume that... Bruh. Coffee? Gold Out Blend, number 102. My personal favorite. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief? I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is in fact nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. Quickly! Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Amy looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact mask to mask. Do I have it? I don't know. Is it to be found? Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Ah, just what I thought.
Where's Zelda?
Zelda? Okay, hello, we back. I had to show my mom where Zelda was really quick. Okay. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Yes. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is a thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then hold it. Who? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Order! 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 You! Madame! That urn! Where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants, ace detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Sorry. Found in the office of Look at Me has pink splotches all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. At-Me? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one.
Objection!
Huh. Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. Truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What's that? What's it? Or what about it? Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Show fingerprints. Yeah, I think it's show fingerprints. Because if you remember, just earlier during the investigation, we saw the bag in the agency. We didn't see it, but Phoenix was actually feeling it inside the bag, and it said it was smooth and it was hard. That was the urn. So if we show the fingerprints, it should show Phoenix's fingerprints. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you gonna do now? I've come too far to turn back now. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Myself. Show my... Yes. It's me. I'm him. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open up his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. And that's when all that stuff happened. It's true that I didn't get any chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office.
Objection!
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable, bruh. Even though it has zero worth. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday, at the Atme Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, Godot blend number 107, I've decided. It's a little too bitter after all. Bro, look at his mask, it's malfunctioning! Order! 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 I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only Master Mask. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Hee 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 ha 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 ho ho hee 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 hee. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Light really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean... Not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief! The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty! Please! I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass Judge... What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Mr. Godot, Don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail. I swear. Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see it right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all. Oh my God. This man is making my life miserable. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Ha! You're doing great! Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Why do we always get the nuts? I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm actually Master Mask, can you? I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Master Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change. Come on, Nick, you know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Wrong couldn't possibly be Master Mask. Well, I guess if we had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need a shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Light couldn't have stolen the urn. Yeah, okay, I know what to do. I forgot. I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. Yes, you do! I forgot that his wallet. This. Found in the KB security building at one on his wallet. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes it does. I lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Light was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will! He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. Whoa! Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. This. Right? Because he was being blackmailed. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes. Basically it says, bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. Oh, Eric. No. Just drinking his coffee, bro. Chug that down. Order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense. Objection! You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. Oh no, I think I have to... Where is he? This man, Larry Butts. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just look at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on... He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use the card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Ah! He just spat out his coffee, bro. Well, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the mornings of the crime. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Ha! It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of Joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask. Good job! You did it, Nick! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Court is now adjourned. Nick, you did it! You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls! I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself! Ouch! She slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. Oh, I'll never forgive you. Ow, a double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We've got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on now, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Helped me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CAO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, whoa. But I am a thief, I tell you. Ron Delight. You're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible! I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye, Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? Well, to be continued. That's a bro moment. Oh, jeez. I'll save here. I think that's a good amount of progress for today, right? Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me make you a mod. Let me see. Say something? Hey, you're now a mod. I made you a moderator. Now your name is Blue and it has a. That's fine. You can always go back since we're streaming. You can always go back the live stream. But yeah, I forgot to make you. You're now managing, whatever it's called, managing moderator. But yeah, I'm about to be. I'm done here. Been streaming for 2 hours already. But we got good progress on this case though. I think for this case we already did the investigation day 1 and trial day 1. So what's next is investigation day 2 and then trial day 2. We could do that in the next. I know, I know. I forgot to make him a manager on YouTube. Didn't I make you manager though on Twitch? I believe I did, right? How? I don't know. Is that possible? I thought I made you like a manager somewhere. Oh, yes. Raid tonight. Uh, we have a Bible study tonight, so probably after that, Michael. Hopefully sometime after that. Hopefully it won't be too late like last time. I mean, it wasn't too late like last time. To finish your work anyways. All right. Well, that's the end of the stream. Hope you all enjoyed. I will stream again probably next Monday when I don't have school. All right. Peace. I'm ending the stream. GG's. GG's gamers.